Music.
Okay, so as you guys know or are learning, our podcast is called A Mo and a Yo. So for the ones who don't know or who are not from the DMV area and don't really know what's going on, DC is the Mo. Okay, they say Mo.
Hey Mo.
Baltimore, we say yo. Okay, yo. We say yo. Okay, so A Mo and a Yo.
There you go. In a nutshell, that's what it means. We're paying homage to our hometowns. You know, I've been away from DC since 2011.
Yeah, I've been gone for a long time. I have been gone as far as living since like mid 7th grade.
Oh.
But they made me. It's like so me that it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Once you grow up there and you learn and you get that, it's just something that is in you. It's not on you.
Period.
Okay. So we were gonna start off by telling y'all how we met.
Yes, y'all. So we both met at North Carolina Central University. That is just a place to have our heart, y'all. Like, you will not get a better HBCU experience.
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
Honestly, like, I just love me some Central.
I do too.
We learned so much there, and we were auditioning for a modeling troupe called Bon Vivant Fashion Society. Oh my God, I ain't did this in so long. But shout out to all of y'all.
It's always a thing.
This group was so iconic. People went on to do so many great things from this group. We had so many mentors from this group and just people that inspire us and are doing wonderful things to date. So I'm super proud to have been a part of that organization. So that's how we met. We were auditioning for BV, and I think they did like a click clinic, or they was doing some kind of thing where you had to like perfect this move.
It's like a really nice, clean, sharp turn.
It's we're gonna actually try to edit it in right here. If we can edit it in right here, so y'all can see what it look like. And then, or at somewhere on the screen.
That's the T, clock it.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. And it was like probably 15, 20 girls trying to do it. And it ended up just being me and Velma at the end. And so I think that's kind of how we really like noticed each other.
Oh, hey.
Right, and became friends. And that was
and
just.
And we did like we was like, let's go to lunch.
Oh my God!
Because that's when it really clicked.
That's when it really clicked. Okay.
Like, no pun intended, but that's when it really clicked.
Nah. Oh my God, that's so funny. But yes.
The one lunch.
We got together for lunch at the caf, and it really is so funny because it gave like
we stayed there till the caf closed.
Yeah, it gave like one of those scenes from like Love and Hip Hop or something. But we really linked up just to talk for like just a few minutes, but we was there for hours talking, getting to know each other. It was real organic. And that's hard to find, especially when you're away from home and you at a college campus. And I'm introverted, so honestly, like, you gonna have to find me because I was not, and I'm working on that. I'm working on that because fellowship is important, but I will be in my own little world, my own little bubble. So
and the opening up part was real new for me. Like, you know my bit. I'm telling my story.
Right.
Like,
we gotta be in a real safe space.
Real deep. Yeah, facts. It was very natural. So I was like, okay. From that point on, it was like, okay, this is my sister.
I remember that. Like, it was like, I remember so vividly, y'all. It was like this organization we was a part of. They had Mrs. and Misters, and at the time we was freshmen, so Velma wasn't Miss yet. It was Ivana, and I remember so vividly. Ivana walked past our calf, had this wall. The whole wall was made of glass. So you can see who coming in, who coming out.
Yeah, it was giving runway.
It was giving runway. So Ivana was walking past, just giving red locks and just baddie.
Yeah,
and I just remember looking at her like, damn, that girl is like,
She brought me in. She actually was like a mentor from like my senior year of high school. Me and Alexis started a modeling troupe at our school because we was like, we don't have one. We want one. All we know about is Next Level Pump, and they eat too. They eat, but we was like, we want something for us. So she brought Ivana, And Ivana always gave big sis vibes, always put us on game, and she made sure we ate. Yeah, very, very safe place. And if she's in Blah Blah Blah, why would I come here and not be in Blah Blah Blah? It's just like, no, that's where I'm going.
And y'all had a legacy of modeling, right? Like before Central?
Yeah, like in high school, she came and helped the modeling troupe that me and Alexis started.
Oh, okay.
So Alexis brought her, and that was already her big sis. So she brought her to like mentor us and give us some of the college game. Like, what are y'all doing? What type of eating are y'all doing?
You need that.
And she definitely came. She my very first show with the high school modeling troupe. Ivana brought her. She had this black corset, but it had like a cage built on top of the black corset.
What?
And she had me wearing a blue wig. They carried me out like I was in a casket, but it was just my body. So it was like 2 guys carrying me. I remember.
So you
and they had
crazy production.
Ivana, yes, we was going crazy.
Yes, I wish I had that on video.
I do too.
I would love to see.
And that was crazy as our first show, first production.
Especially in high school?
Yeah.
I don't think, because I was in modeling troops in DC too, but I don't think we was doing big props and stuff like that. We gave some runways and some real good choreography.
Yeah.
But all that elaborate shit, that was something I found more down south. And y'all don't eat me up back home, because I know if y'all was doing it, I just wasn't.
And y'all eat too. But yes, that production of it all, it was like yes. Wow. And if this is what BB is doing, I need to be there.
Yeah, that's definitely what they was doing. So that's how we met y'all. We trying to make sure that this is organic, but hold on. Organic, but also not. You know what I'm saying? Because this will be a Yak Fest for real. Because this is an outlet for us too. It's a project, but it's also an outlet for us too, being moms and running businesses. And I also work a traditional 9 to 5. So the stress. And the Monday's Monday. Every Monday. So I'm just
So
let's see what's next.
We are
moving into 1706.
So that was fast forward.
Yeah, to sophomore year. So that was freshman year.
Yeah, we're sisters now at this point.
We locked in.
We're locked in.
Yeah. We go together real bad.
Real bad.
You see one, you see the other. You already know what it gave when it came to us. And we coming into sophomore year college, we're feeling like we're doing something. We're feeling like big girls, and we want to move off.
We're the intro. We did the intro. We're the intro girls. Yeah. So for homecoming, the intro girls ate. They gave a whole new revelation to BB, and we both were in a cut. Yeah. We both got chosen, of course, because why would it be?
Oh my God. Okay, hopefully we can edit in the homecoming routine, because it really did eat y'all.
It did. And always will.
Yes.
To this day.
God. But we thought we felt like big girls, and we wanted to move off of campus.
We did feel like big girls. We did.
And we wanted to move off campus, child, and we found this nice little student rental home.
And it was right there. So it was right across the street from campus. So we weren't too far. We didn't need a car.
We was right there. It was perfect. Until it wasn't.
So
we moved into 1706, y'all. And so it was a duplex. My side, it was me and a band member. Yeah. Just sweet as pie, nice, neutral, calm vibe. Cool. That was my side of the duplex. What your side was giving?
My side was giving a lot. A whole lot. So, right at the door. The room,
oh my God.
Right at the door was giving a lot.
Oh my God.
So I had that one roommate. I had 2 on my side. One was a lot. The most.
It was 3 rooms over
there? Yep. Because it was him. And then I had a football player in the middle room. And he was very much, not a lot. He was very calm, quiet. Barely was there. I think our other roommate was so much that he was like, I'm going to just chill with my girl in her dorm most of the time. Because I girl a lot.
Yeah.
And then it was...
That's why I don't even remember him. But now I do.
Yeah, because he was so quiet and always not there. So he just removed himself from the nonsense real early.
Smart move.
Yeah, he peeped and was like, yeah.
He caught 0 straight.
For real.
We caught every straighter there was to catch, y'all.
Yes, we did. We really did.
So yeah, we moved into 1706, and we thought all was well. Okay, we got our big girl rental. We don't have no rules.
She's e-board.
We made it to e-board, y'all. All right, bet it's perfect. You're a sophomore in college, you have freedom, no rules. Yeah. What more could you ask for? It's perfect.
Right, we're good.
But you cannot have so many different personalities in one small environment, and I feel like having us being like ready to take on that chapter, and then having a hot boy who was just party, it clashed real bad.
Yeah.
I don't really recall how long we was there before the incident happened. Was it a whole year? Or just
probably was, because I do remember us getting like a refund check too while we were there. So, you know, that's every semester, I think.
Oh, so maybe
it was like we was, it was the second year because, okay, so we was probably like halfway through the year. No, because we had a Christmas break, remember? We cooked.
Trauma will wipe your memory away.
It really will. So I think we was like on second semester, but like ending second semester too. Because we had the Christmas break and all that stuff.
But we was comfortable. I remember that we was comfortable.
So we was there for a good little minute.
We was moved in. We was painting walls. We was comfortable.
Yeah, facts. I definitely painted my own room. I remember that. Yeah.
Yes, we was very comfortable. And we had nicknames for our little rooms. It was just really cute. Yeah. And then the night of the incident came. That we feel like the unanswered questions may lie.
Right.
So it was some big party that a lot of people was going to. We just was chilling that night and chose because we actually were a part of a very popular organization. So if something was going on, we felt like kind of obligated to be there.
But most of the time we were hosting, so we were really mainly only going to the ones that we hosted, and we weren't hosting this one. So
it was like it's a breather, it's a break. Much needed because we practiced hard all the time, and our practices were long, and we had to wear heels.
Yeah.
So we were off this night. Velma and I were off.
Yes.
The world was alive. Every other student was at this party.
I think we probably fell asleep early, and this time we just so happened to fall asleep in my room. And usually I go to her side for peace.
But everybody
was at the party, it was like, oh, we felt like there was peace today. We got tricked and bamboozled.
But it was good that we was together because if this incident would have happened and we was on two separate sides,
it would have been differently.
It probably would have been more fatal.
She could have ran outside trying to see if I'm okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Anything.
All right.
No, for real.
For real. All right. So the whole campus is basically at this party, and then the let out happens. I guess whatever. Everybody's coming on back to campus.
Fast forward. We don't know that part yet. We sleep.
Right.
All we hear is pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
And we both from up north. We know what a gunshot is. And all I remember is smoothly, quietly rolling off the bed to get on the floor because all I know is get low. Mm-hmm. She did the same.
Yeah. I think we
on the floor looking at each other. We do end up on the floor. I mean, we do end up in the closet, but we like, all right. I look at the closet, I'm like, and my inside closet has a little lock. So on the inside of the closet, I lock it, and there's a small window where you can see the back.
And I remember looking out that window, and I saw a guy who, in my mind, is a thug, a gangster.
He wouldn't run. So if he's running,
and he is like falling over, like picking his pants up and running.
So that's when I got real worried. I'm like, oh God, we need to stay in here. It was giving Diary and Frank vibes. Like whenever I think of it, I think of her hiding in the closet.
Yeah,
and I'm like, we was really like hiding for our lives for real, because we like, are they?
We don't know if the shooter's
we don't know
inside.
if it's coming from our side or their side, anybody else's side.
We don't know what's going on. We just hear,
and then we hear banging on the door. I let them bang for a minute, and I'm like, I don't know who this is. But then we hear that it's people that we know, and so we open the door, and it's our roommate that
I just remember seeing blood everywhere.
It was blood everywhere. It was our roommate that was a lot. It was him. They did a little drive-by shooting.
A little.
A big one.
Was
it was hanging off from here.
He had to tie a tourniquet on the man's leg.
My first instinct was, we can't let him bleed out. It was so much blood that I'm
so
thinking he's
blood
going
that
to
you
die.
can smell the blood.
So I'm holding the leg up. I'm like, we need to tie something up. We need to stop the blood. And I can't even believe that was my first instinct, but I was just like, I'm not about to let nobody die on my face. I just can't take it. Like, let's get it.
It was so bad. The boy had to have emergency surgery, y'all. It was really bad.
Really bad.
Like, shot him.
Bones.
It was bad.
We saw bones.
Yeah, it was bad. And I don't do good with stuff like that.
I wouldn't have thought I did, but it was like a just second instinct. I just do it. I wasn't even thinking. I think I had blacked out at one point and was just like moving.
Yeah, it's never. I just feel like it was so unfortunate because you don't go away to school and leave your home to be put in them kind of situations.
Yeah.
So to all my college students out there, please pay attention to your surroundings and just know that everything that you feel like you have to do right now, you really don't have to rush and do it. Dorm life is so much better. You don't have to worry about you know, all the
these different people that you don't know
extra
might be
stuff,
you know,
that like the real life stuff.
Yeah.
I know we don't want to be sheltered for too long. Like we want to live life,
but just enjoy the safety.
Don't rush.
You know, of it.
The safety number one, because after that, people wanted our heads as if we put. I mean, why would we stay in the house if we knew bullets was gonna be flying through it?
That's what I'm saying. Like if I said anybody up, you think I'm gonna be there?
So,
absolutely not.
After we realized that we were basically being threatened every day, we couldn't walk the campus without a car riding by and somebody putting just doing really crazy odd things that you wouldn't really expect to go through as a college student.
Yeah, and then we already had to leave this house because now it's shooting there.
They canceled our leave.
They're moving everybody out there, starting new.
Nobody want to take us in.
Yeah, so that was a big thing too.
Yeah, so we really didn't have a choice but to move. Really,
and you can't really go into a new dorm room in the middle of the semester. They're already taken up. So
yeah, y'all, that's why we left, because
I remember looking up Greyhound tickets and I was like, I'm over it.
And then we actually put cities into a hat. This is how crazy this gets. We put cities into a hat.
And it was given New York, Atlanta.
Yeah, we put major cities into a hat.
We did visit these places in college because we were so spontaneous that we were just trying things. We would find a little gig.
We took a drive to New York.
There.
Yeah, we took a drive to New York, and
New
that
York
was the craziest
even crazier
thing.
because we didn't even have a gig there. We was like, we just want to
go, and that was actually my first time going as an adult.
Me too.
So I really had a ball,
and still had a ball broke. You know.
Yeah, I was about to say with $0.00. Had a ball.
That's a whole nother story. Cause I'm telling you, we was really just going out on a limb.
Y'all, we're gonna have to bookmark that because y'all gotta hear about the New York story. So don't let us forget to tell y'all. Somebody comment in the chat and say, don't forget the New York story time, y'all.
Was lit and crazy, and mind you, we was broke. But
when I say $0.00,
like how we getting back?
How you getting through these toes? Like y'all, maybe we shouldn't do it because I'm scared.
I had a ball.
Oh my God. Alright, so that's why we left Central, because after the shooting at our freaking rental home, we were displaced and we were being threatened immensely. So we put the cities in a hat. We chose the city. Atlanta came out the hat. We were on a Greyhound less than 24 hours from picking Atlanta out the hat. We was on a Greyhound with one suitcase with both our stuff in it, with one suitcase.
Because that's what the rules were. You only could bring one bag.
Yeah.
One bag of pizza. One suitcase had our shoes, one suitcase had our clothes. And we was like, well, we about to go do this. We gonna figure it out. At this point, we're like, we're talented. We know we have talents. We might not know exactly what we want to do. But at first, we're modeling. So I'm like, well, of course I'm going to do some modeling.
Mm-hmm.
And, at first, my music was, like, on the hush. Like, I let her hear me towards the end of this
she was real
chapter in life.
Real closed off, y'all.
Yeah, it was like, I'm in my book. Writing secretly. But there's books and books and books of these writings. But, towards the end, I started feeling like, okay, I think I'm ready for somebody to hear this, and I chose her first. So, and she was already in school for PR, managing and doing all this stuff. So it was like, okay, let's get some marketing into it. Let's add this.
It was a perfect fit.
And it just was the perfect fit. And we got here. We trenched out for a while.
So when we got to Atlanta, we were blessed enough to be taken in by some friends.
Yes.
From the modeling troupe.
Yes,
so we were very familiar with them. Yes, very comfortable.
We trusted them.
They took us in. It was winter time, so it was like so nice of them to take us in.
Right.
We found jobs,
gigs.
on like Craigslist, just finding jobs and stuff. So we ended up working for this guy's talent management company. Y'all.
That was another crazy story, like, bro.
We had to call the man's wife to get paid, y'all. He was trying to ghost us and not pay us, but we're like 18 and 19 out here just trying to figure it out.
We showed up for 2 weeks with our business outfits on.
Then we could barely put together because we only had like 20 pieces of clothing combined.
We mixed and matched.
So
we still was giving business.
You wore this on Tuesday, but I'm gonna wear it on Friday this way,
because, sir,
and they're not gonna be able to tell. At this time, this is how you know we was both teenagers because we wore the same size.
No, for real. Real cute. That was real cute for us.
It was sisterhood of the traveling everything at that time.
And he in Buckhead. So it's like, sir, you can afford to rent out an office in Buckhead.
You can afford to pay us. And the wife, she was so pissed, but she ended up coming and hand delivering a check to us. And she was pissed off.
She's like, I told him not to do this anyway.
You know what's so funny? Well, I can't deep dive into that because that's like so much to fill in before. So just forget I even said that. But I was about to say, you could probably edit this out, but I was about to say, I felt that when we did the cleaning company because I had to cut checks. I had to have people complaining to me about errors that they thought I was, I'm just like oh my God, I can't do this HR shit. Y'all better just.
Okay, so we're in Atlanta. Fast forward, we finally got our townhouse. That's when it was affordable.
It was super $600 a month, y'all, for a 2-bedroom townhouse, and it was upstairs, downstairs. We was big girls.
We was big girls at this point. We
were. Real. Like, you couldn't tell us. And we were just so shook
and
up.
I still was probably 19.
Yeah, we was 18 or 19. Yeah. Well, you was 18, actually. I was 19.
I think I was 19, you was 20?
No, at the apartment, I was 18 and you was 19. No.
Because you were months older than me.
You was 18, I was 19 when we got that apartment. Yeah.
Because we was 2 years in at Central before we left. And my 18th party was at Central that we planned. And remember we tweeted on the day of that it's a party tonight for my 18th birthday?
Yeah. I could have sworn
I'll never forget that birthday.
With
because it was packed. People was outside trying to get in the house. It was a
house
house party that looked like a club. Like, why are y'all outside waiting to get in here? And we just tweeted this morning.
Yeah, the influence was crazy. I got another story about the oh my God, getting on that show on freaking MTV and we had to go sit.
I was pissed.
I was so like
if I had the mind that I have now, I would have filled it out for everybody.
The ambition. Yes,
I would have filled it out for everybody, and we would have been on there. But at the time, it's like, come on,
you can't get 5 people on the plane.
You can't. But at the time, they're not even doing their homework, so.
Right, okay, so we in Atlanta, y'all, and V actually saw a tweet
from Trinidad James.
Yeah.
And this is when Gold all of my gosh, yeah. It's popping, it's on the radio, it's lit, it's a hit.
Yeah.
He tweeted, we need interns. Boom, 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 at this email. And I sent it to her. And I'm just like, because, we need at this point, we're finding opportunities every day, and we're seeing which ones match and which ones go. And she ends up reaching out to them. We get the location to meet up. We meet up. They're like, okay, yeah, y'all gonna be
it's like
interns.
60, 111 kids.
They picked about
at this place.
15 of us?
Yes.
10, 15 of us?
It was so many kids at this place trying to be chosen, and they was asking for why should we choose you? And what did I say? I said yesterday I was in a college classroom and today I'm here, like basically just breaking down how bad we want the opportunity because we just gave up everything. We just gave up our college education. Like what are you talking about? I'm still paying I'm still paying my loans, but I'm here. So it was like that, that spoke to them, that resonated with them, and we end up being 2 of the people chosen for the internship, and that was something that, oh my gosh, changed our lives. We were able to meet so many people and just show our work ethic. Yes, learn so much.
We definitely gained a lot of respect.
We did. We showed our work ethic. We met Ricky Beldo and Fly Henry.
We learned a lot.
Norman, like all them people that was
even
behind
got
that
us into working for Rich Homie because he ends up coming in as a new artist. So we end up watching how he blew up in 3 months from doing these things.
Yes.
And we were out passing out his CDs at South by Southwest, at Orange Crush, at National Lawn. Like we're putting up his posters in the parking lot before and taking them down after the club. Like we're running with them. We in the van with them.
Yep, we did so much good work.
It was a good time.
Yep,
it was.
We learned so much.
Yeah,
right? And they even allowed at one point for me to do like plan everything on my own, and that was just such a good experience.
That was such a great time in life. Stuff that I learned, stuff that I learned at that time will never be forgotten. The respect that I gained for the professionalism, the business, and the artistry of it, it will never be topped for real. Everything that I learned from that, I'm still going off of right now.
Yep. That was something.
R.I.P. to Rich Homie.
Definitely.
That definitely was a real nigga.
He was an icon.
Definitely.
He brought a different sound
to the game,
to the rap industry that will live on because people are still using the sound to this day. And he was just an authentic person.
Very
I feel
much.
Like he was so like when we were around him, he was so fresh into he was such a fresh new artist that he wasn't removed from being a real person. So
and I still feel like he was the same way when
he blew up. All right, so now we need to discuss.
Fast forward into now, we are both moms. We have families. We are building businesses. We are entrepreneurs, momtrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm. How are we juggling that? How does that look when you're trying to have flourishing relationships and be the best you can be? And you know that can be so tough. You know,
it's a lot of balance.
I've been a mom for it'll be 3 years in March. At the end of March, it'll be 3 years that I've been a mom, and it still feels like I'm trying to figure out everything. So, trying to figure all that out and trying to also rebrand myself and find some solace in what I like to do as well outside of being a mom and a wife is it's hard to balance that, y'all.
And you're still really early in the stages because
she
still
has early.
2 that are under 2. Well, there are 2, but she's about to be 3. Yeah. So it's still fresh at the toddler stages, but she's doing great.
Oh, thank you.
She's doing great. And it is a transition into a different way of life. Because now you have to do this.
And you gotta be more selfless. A more selfless version of yourself is what you are doing when you become a mom.
Yes,
or
but
parents.
I do like selfish because you need to be a little bit of both. Because, and I learned that late, but you need to be a little bit of both because for your own mental.
Come on, selfish.
For real,
you gotta be both.
You gotta be both. I'm just being real because that mental health, selfish, for real.
We're going to bring some shirts. That's going to be our first piece of merch.
Selfish.
Good job, sister. You done coined the phrase already. First episode and we got a phrase.
But I'm serious because who's going to worry about my mental health? Who's going to care that I had a balanced day when you have to cook, clean, work, change diapers, train a kid, teach them lessons throughout the day about how to be good character-wise, teaching them their morals, teaching them how to be, teaching them how to put their clothes on, teaching them. At the same time, you're being taught if you letting God lead you, and which you should be. I hope everybody is. And then you're still trying to build businesses, make sure you're paying your bill. It's a lot to balance, and it can be a heavy load to carry. So if you're not being a little selfish and being like, I need my me time. I need 20 minutes. I need a bubble bath. I need a massage.
Don't wait until it's too late when you're falling apart.
Please don't.
Make it a routine. Make it something that you can look forward to every day, every week, whatever, because everybody's going to get that meal. Everybody's going to get that bath. Everybody's going to have their needs met. But when it comes to the mom, it's like you have to fight for that, and nobody want to feel like you're fighting for it. But at the same time, if that's what you got to do what you got to do, and make sure that it's in that routine and in your schedule. I had a thought just now, how they say, it take a village to raise a child. It take a village to be a woman because we need people to lean on too. We need places to learn from. We need safe places honestly, I feel like even as an adult, I'm still doing a lot of healing my inner child. A lot of work that makes,
That's when it gets done, really, when you're an adult. When you're able to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and you're like, oh, this is this. Oh, this is why this. You can see your trauma, and you can see why it happened, where it happened, what time in life that it began, you know. So we have to be that. And that's kind of why I created God's Game, because that's what I wanted women to be for each other through God's Game. No, we
realize the worth and the value that really comes with being a respectable woman, because it's so much deeper than being just a bad bitch.
It is.
When you really, I feel like the 30s, man, and I'm only 31, but
we're gonna do an episode on the definition of a bad bitch too, because I think it got misconstrued somewhere.
Yeah, it definitely got a little mixy because it's now all about aesthetics. So
yeah,
it's
not that.
People focusing so much on aesthetics.
That could be a plus.
It's persona and it's character.
It's and not on you.
Yes, the integrity.
Because she said that a lot.
She definitely.
Little show I watched
on Netflix. Nipsey used to say that too. Like,
but it is.
It's definitely in you, and you don't want to not be equipped with what you need.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to like learning life, when it comes to like really being a woman and strapping up your boots and really living life.
Yeah.
Being bad and having aesthetics is not going to get you through none of that. But you know, having God and having true leadership in your life, those are the things that we gonna dive in. Those are the things we're gonna focus on. You know, we're gonna kiki a lot. We're gonna laugh a lot and hopefully inspire y'all a lot too. But we definitely gonna be coming with some hot topics.
Yeah.
But this first episode was so important to kind of touch on
who we are
and where we left off.
Right.
Because we did
we left some people. We did leave some people off.
Ghost y'all.
Yeah, we did. But we're back and we're better than ever. We have learned a lot. We have a lot of lessons and this stuff that we want to share. You know, because it is a testimony at the end of the day.
Yeah.
A lot of growth has happened.
We've loved and we've lost.
Yes.
A lot of friends have come and gone.
Yes.
We've literally, like, we have lost friends. Like, people have passed on.
Yeah.
We've also got to see a lot of our friends from BB flourish and become like these great people in the industry. So proud of y'all.
So proud.
And
birth lessons.
That's
period.
life.
Yes,
that's life, y'all. You're
life.
Gonna have them ups and downs, and that village. Going back to the village is like so important to be able to have outlets, especially if you're a parent. You know, have an outlet, have a hobby, have some self-care, have your
something that brings you peace.
Yes.
Whatever brings you peace, pick that thing and make sure you make time for it, because that's going to keep you level-headed. That's going to keep you. You have to be able to clear your mind sometimes, because it's always running. It's always like, what's next?
Yeah.
Dinner. What's even if it's just down to what are we cooking for dinner? It's always something being thought about.
Yes.
Sometimes you need the time to clear your head. I don't want to think about nothing.
Y'all, do y'all know that the average human has 70,000 thoughts in a day?
I can believe it.
It was hard for me to believe it. I'm like, that's crazy. But now that you just said that, I'm literally thinking, I'm having a thought from the time that I wake up to the time that I go to sleep.
And because when you go to sleep, you're like, tomorrow.
Right. What's happening tomorrow?
Oh, let me set that alarm.
Let me try to plan next week. Or,
yes.
you know, it's always something to think about, especially when you are a person that wants to be intentional about your days.
And especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Yes, especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Your business don't run if you don't run it. So.
And you got a lot of businesses, girl.
Yeah.
Let's plug the businesses, y'all. Let's deep dive into that real quick. Not deep dive. I'm not getting corporate. But let's talk about our businesses and like what we've been doing, like what takes up all of our time or the majority of our time.
Yes.
So baby, you got a lot, baby. So you can go first. Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just start with you, Gummy, because you got a lot of businesses, child, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. It's a juggle show. It's a circus. So first we have Goddess Beauty. That is all things beauty, really. Hair, makeup. We do sell lashes, press on nails. I'm branching out. We have like the Goddess Gang merch and stuff like that. I am always taking clients. So you can just go head over to the Goddess Beauty page and clock it, because I try to keep it affordable, especially for our moms and people that are doing their own things. We don't want to get crazy with the prices. We are already life, okay? And then we have V's Kitchen, which is me cooking, catering. I'm on DoorDash. If you're in Atlanta, you can search me on DoorDash at V's Kitchen. So you can get the delivery, or you can just text or email the number in the bio, which is at V's Kitchen Georgia. And we're doing some specials for Valentine's Day, and I know we are dropping this episode on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
But you can surprise your significant other any day of the year.
Yep.
Okay, it's actually more special when it's just random. Okay,
Sure.
So hit me up, and I'm gonna bless you. And then of course we have Curly Kids, which is my kids, their brand. You know, they have a lot going on. They're doing modeling and acting and stuff like that at The Real Curly Kids with a Z at the end. And we're gonna keep promoting the kids. We're gonna uplift the kids as long as they want to do it and it makes them happy. We're pushing it as long as they keep that grades up and the character good. We're gonna support our kids 100%. So those are like my main businesses that I'm doing right now and that are currently being worked on a daily. So
they're running.
Yeah. So I am juggling.
And you're doing well. You're doing well considering you're literally doing the shit like.
Thank you.
Sorry, stuff. I'm trying not to curse on here.
It gets real, but
yeah. But we'll try. Snap lady like to curse, y'all.
They be like, but in her song she had said.
And we already know Curse be cursing like a sailor, so I don't even know
but
what
look,
yeah.
We don't want to be, blocked off of YouTube and stuff like that.
Right. So we're gonna try to keep it as clean as we
keeping
can.
it cute. It's a time and place for everything, and that's what you need to learn.
That's right. Some of y'all need to go watch some feminism videos and some etiquette videos.
You don't gotta do all
you
that.
don't have to be a thug. Okay. Some of y'all just need a good cry.
We learned that later too. We did. We both did. Okay. We had our
soft
thug
life.
moments. Okay, but yes, we wanna be.
We wanna be soft, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soft as this pillow.
Soft as
Flush
this
me
pillow.
out.
All right. So down.
Yes, your business.
So my businesses, y'all, I'm very much into all things public relations, all things marketing, optics, aesthetics.
Very good at what she does.
We sell the image. We sell, that's what we do in PR, and just making the product visible, making the client visible.
She connects all those dots.
I really find great joy in doing that kind of work. I also love writing. So I'm starting a blog. It's called Blog for Brunch. So
Period.
Be looking out for that. I'm trying to find like a niche with that, but I think it's really just going to be about my life. Like telling everyday stories like from my life, and just another outlet for me. I also have prolific management and prolific public relations. Those are projects that I'm working on as well. I just want to pour all my time into rebranding projects. That's like what I do. So that's really in a nutshell what I do. My two daughters, Peyton and Paisley, I want to do some modeling portfolios for them. So
they're naturals. They're naturals.
They are beautiful girls, and I want to highlight their lives. I grew up as an only child, so seeing them is just so I can't even find a word for it. It's just really amazing just seeing them and just knowing that they're my offspring. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And it's
amazing to watch.
And giving your kid a sibling, I feel like it's just one of the greatest gifts because that's someone, someone that, and then of course I know it's like to their discretion, but it's someone that you really can do life with. And so when I see them, I'm so happy. Like my heart really smiles when I see them interacting. And right now they're one is gonna be 3 in the next 2 months, and one is gonna be 9 months in a few days. So right now, like they play together a little bit, but when the youngest is really walking,
they're gonna be
and they really lock in.
Yeah,
I'm really gonna just get my life because I love seeing them interact now. But yeah, I want to build their portfolio, and just do some really iconic like sibling pieces.
And I'm gonna help with that.
Black girl art, yes,
because we are launching Goddess Gang Productions.
Yes, y'all just stay tuned. It's so much in the works. It's
so
much you're making.
Yes.
Even this podcast is something that we've been cooking up for a long time, and just
but
super
also
excited.
You don't have to rush into it.
Yes.
Rushing into it actually makes it look rushed, and you don't get to like really go for what you was going for. You just doing anything, You gotta have some purpose. You gotta pray over that thing. Make sure this is something that you really want to do, because you don't want to be starting stuff and ending, starting.
And then doing it when you're in a good, healthy headspace too, when you have the bandwidth to do it. Because a lot of stuff we want to do, but it's not the right time to do it. Like we can have a million ideas, but it's got to be perfectly timed and for execution purposes. So
and that's why you keep God first, because He's going to tell you this is the time.
He gonna ordain it or he not, and being able to hear His voice, through His word is so important. And that's another thing we can touch on, because baby, this season in particular in my life is when I became the closest to God. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait until we dive into those kind of conversations.
Yeah.
Because when we met, baby, you had the spirit on you.
Yeah.
And I always had the hand of God on me, but my eye was not on the Lord.
It was not on the sparrow, child.
My eyes was not on the sparrow, baby. But I'm glad and grateful that, you know, he never took his hand off me.
And that's why God, we have paths regardless of what you think or your path is. We already have them set before us before we're even born. Mm-hmm. So for us to cross paths and for them to combine was God's time and God's plan. Yep. And that could be the reason why. Like, no, I'm going to show you God is real. And if I got to show you through other people, that's what we're going to do. Wow. Because that's when you know, he's like, no, you're mine. Regardless. Right. I'm going to send you the signs that you need.
And when he tells you something.
Even when you drift, he'll send you signs. Because you can know it and drift.
Yep.
I've been there.
Same.
And he sent me some signs. He had people calling my phone with dreams about me. He had random strangers stopping and giving me 50 when I needed a blessing.
Oh my gosh.
Literally. Like, I don't know you, but
God told me.
Like, all right, God, I'm back. Let me pray. Because...
Right. And when he, oh my gosh, that is so touching. I feel like when you are hearing directly from him, and I feel like we all know how magnificent his power is, right? But like when you really encounter it, and you think of like how many other people are really on this rock right here, but you just chose me to speak to in this moment.
Yeah, that's such
special.
A humbling.
It is very humbling.
Yeah, because you're like, wait,
it is very humbling.
Who am I?
Right, like
to even deserve for you to point me out and be like, no, daughter, I need you right here beside me because we got things to do.
Yeah, keep your eyes on him, and he will not let you go astray.
Through them trials and tribulations, all that. I have a whole different outlook on that now because of the dark space I had to be in. And I did need that moment because I needed to see that he loved me enough. And because now it's like nothing, nobody can tell me, oh my God, I'm sorry. Because I seen it for my own self, with my own eyes. Like, you can't tell me. You can have your doubts, but baby, he literally saved my life multiple times. Even with us being in school, like, that could have been way worse. They could have stopped the car. They could have came in. We was asleep.
Right.
So that could have happened. And the way that house is built, they could have.
It was one way in and one way out.
But they could have surrounded the house. Like, they could have went down the driveway, had a couple people in the back. It could have been crazy. And I'm by the back door where my room was. So God, when God has his hands on your life, none of that matters because your path is written. Just walk in it. Talk to him and he's going to help you find it if you don't know what exactly that is yet. But if it's something that's in your heart that you can't get out, you can't. You keep doing this, you keep doing that, and that one thing is your path, baby. Just go do that. It's gonna grow. All you gotta do is start.
Yes.
A flower can't grow unless you plant the seed, boo.
And water it.
Water it. Nurture it. Make sure you get some sunlight.
Love on it.
Yes.
Yep.
That's it.
And if you can't find yourself to do that, then that means you need to love on yourself first. Love on you first.
Because that's first.
Get to know you first. And lock in with God. And it's small things, I feel like, especially, you know, the youth. Like, you know, you can crawl before you go up. Read a scripture every day. Read a devotional every day. Read a chapter every day. Go to an actual Bible study. Actually find a church home. Actually start. And this is even for me because I'm a digital disciple. I'm looking.
But it's your own relationship.
But it's your own relationship and it's how you want to pour in. But at the end of the day, the ministry is to serve. And the ministry is to spread the gospel. So if you are able to do that, even just like this is not a Bible per se podcast, but we're going to talk about God because we love God.
And he's part of our life. It's not nothing that you can
I pray, over. You know, I pray, right, and I pray that we find some people or some people find us that might not belong, you know, and we can inspire them to learn more about the Lord or, you know, want to know.
And we all belong. So you might feel like you don't belong, but we all belong. And the most important part is, even in church, they're supposed to teach you that you are the church. So
church is wherever you're at.
Yeah, you and your relationship with God is what's most important. Yes, you're supposed to go fellowship and do these things, but your relationship with God, so you just wake up and pray every day, that's still a step forward.
Yep.
That's just thank him for another
That's
day.
the most important step, because you got to have a relationship with him. And, you know, I feel like it's one of those tough topics. It's like, how do you get locked in with God? How do you discern what you're reading in the Bible?
You
like,
pray.
Yeah, you pray, you read.
I feel like praying is the most important, because that's you talking to him.
Directly.
And when you talk to him, he's going to talk back. You're going to start hearing him. You just got to pray. You just got to ask. Because when you start praying and asking, and he start answering the next day, literally, you're like, wait a minute, that was creepy.
Yeah,
but it wasn't, because that was God.
Right.
Yeah, he works like that. He does.
That fast. You can go from last to first.
Real fast.
That fast.
And sometimes you have to wait, because sometimes you're not ready for what you want. You're not going. It's not that you're not going to get it. Sometimes you're not ready. Sometimes you need to grow some more. Sometimes you need to learn some more. Sometimes if I give it to you right now, you're going to lose it tomorrow.
Right, and he's protecting you from yourself.
You got to grow some wisdom. You know, it just be like that. But that's what a father is supposed to do. He is our father. So he's teaching us these lessons, and you just have to stay faithful, because you're going to get rewarded tenfold just for staying faithful
and obedient.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I was listening to Megan Ashley and Pastor Philip Mitchell, and they was talking about suffering, knowing how to suffer well, and how a lot of pastors are doing like prosperity gospel, and they're like teaching Christians that, you know, we will never suffer, and God wants you to just win all the time. But Jesus' whole life, really, he suffered.
Yeah.
And so
he literally
suffered really bad. Yeah. And so, hearing that, it was just,
he was doubted. He was all of that.
It opened my eyes, y'all, because I'm like, wow, here I am. This past season, I feel like a third of the season was me trying to accept that I was in a low place, and then the second portion of the season, I was like, I've accepted it. Now I'm in prayer and I'm locked in. You know, I'm doing what I need to do. And then the third, it was just like all this optimism, because I was just so confident in my God and confident in what he said.
You were talking to him.
Yeah, after
you had the prayer time.
Yes, after I talked to him,
and that's what prayer would do.
Said,
yes.
And what his word said, a new confidence really do come over you, because it's
you're like, you know what?
I can't. Who am I even to worry?
Worrying means I'm doubting that you're gonna do what you said.
Yeah, I read somewhere that worrying. Oh, and when y'all hear me say I read somewhere, it means that I saw it on TikTok.
but
I'm finding a sophisticated way, baby.
Because it used to be every other sentence. So
I saw TikTok, and that just sound real childish to me. But whatever, y'all gonna either clock it or I'm gonna clock you. So I read somewhere that worrying is like praising a problem, and when I read that quote, it resonated with me so well, because I'm one of them people that's like, I want to think it through all the way until I get to the end of the solution. Like, baby, sometimes you just have to take your hands off it
and say that let go and let God is a real thing.
It's real. Take your hands off it and just breathe, because I think it was one day last week, I was trying to figure some stuff out, and I just heard a voice kept saying wait, and I know it wasn't my voice, because I know what my voice
I wanted to say no right now.
Right. My voice said call them and get it straightened out right now. God's voice said wait, and then I think like by the end of that day, or the following day, everything that I was worrying about was done, solved. I'm in a celebratory space, after 3 years of. We'll dive into that later, but I'm in a good space, and it's all because
let God do what He's gonna do.
I took my hands off, and I'm tired. You got to be tired at the point of trying to.
And when you
you
did your part, you did your part. So
yes.
now you gotta let Him do His.
That's such a good thing to learn. Like, to just take your hands off.
Yeah.
Just get off and let Him do His work.
That's why you're supposed to meet halfway. Like, but once you done, you did what you're supposed to do. You can't go into his territory like, girl, back up, because now I'm gonna wait for you to be done.
Yeah.
You keep trying. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you keep relearning that lesson as many times as you want to, until you get tired of learning it.
And you'll be less stressed from stop. Just, you know what, this is God. Because you're stressing yourself out when you know you did all you could do. What are you doing?
Look at the signs and try to realize when it's a sign. I know that sounds kind of hard. But if something keep happening or something just not working, maybe you should try to step back and see why it's not working.
Yeah, because most things are going to come natural. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be
They should come natural.
It's not going to be a force. Now, sometimes you're going to have to prove yourself. That's not the same thing. Because if you still got your foot in that door, you're good. But just because they might not be treating you with what you might think you deserve, that just means you have to prove yourself. That's different. Mm-hmm. But if you feel like, I've been trying to get my foot in this door for so long, you might need to chill. You might need to reevaluate. You might need to rebrand. You might need to, it's a lot of things. Just pause. Mm-hmm. The key word is pause. Yep. Pause, pray, and wait.
Yeah, pause, pray, and wait. That's another thing you put on the shirt.
Pause, pray, and
Our
wait.
merch gonna be so hard, y'all.
Yes. Y'all make sure you support.
Like that.
You're supporting with moms.
It's gonna look good. Yes. And we want to hear from y'all too. Like, we want to hear topics that are on y'all's mind, right? And things that are happening in your day to day that you want to get off your chest.
Comment below and feel free to send in videos if you want to do a little confessional or you want to segment piece in. We can talk about it. We can talk about what you're talking about together because that's where we are. We're together. We're in this together.
We're going to highlight our supporters. Yes. We're going to get all this stuff in a place where we can share it on the screen and y'all could, maybe send us some story times or maybe, really lock in and we're going to engage with y'all. This is something we've been building behind the scenes for a long time. And so we are super, super excited to have finally filmed our first episode. Yes! This is so huge, y'all. So thank you
for the Valentine's
Thanks
Day.
For joining. This was Galentine's edition of A Mo and the Yo.
And we do want to dedicate this first episode to a couple of our lost ones that we did lose recently. The first being our president of Bon Vivant Fashion Society, Antonio. We miss you. We love you. You were such a spark. You were such a light. You were such an icon. Yes. We love you so much. Another person will be Rich Homie Quan. R.I.P. to someone that was so authentic, so talented, so real. Mm-hmm. We appreciate you. We appreciate your music. And it's going to live on forever.
Yes. Thank y'all for joining. And we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
I'm on it.
Everybody know tomorrow ain't promised, right? I never thought I would see it, but you know my way. We definitely know yesterday is gone. What's the name of the beat? God, what? So might well make today our best day. God see everything I do. Pray to him before I move. God know what I'm going through. God know I'm not bulletproof. So I keep that thing on me. In case a nigga bang on me. You know these bullets seeking heat. I'm gon' send you to meet your maker. Call it God's meet and greet. Never followed the crowd. I ran my own way. Feeling like TJ in the booth. Help make this song great. I don't need your help to eat, little nigga. I got my own prey. Nothing but bosses at this table. And everybody got their own plate. Rich on me, baby. I can't help the fact that my